This is the most serious lesson we have to learn. To love one another as He had loved us. His love. Yes. Now we'll make a meditation. Relax completely. I said our heart. By saying our heart, do I mean a handful of matter in our chest? That's the heart, the material heart, the gross material heart. Do I mean that? Though the heart is the only organ in the material body for the Holy Spirit and the holy archangels to talk to us. Every pulse of the heart is their voice of love to us to prolong the life of our material body, which is not ourselves, the material body. Yet, through the heart, the material heart, we can hear the voice of the Holy Spirit and the holy archangels creating and making good everything in our body which has to be made good. There are injuries in the material body. And the material heart is that organ for the circulation of the blood. Now we see it from another side. Our material heart is not our real heart I am talking about. Because our heart is not in the material body, but it is in our so-called noetical and psychical bodies which are in the material body. Is our material heart coinciding with the heart I am speaking about, which is the heart not of the material body, but of our personality? Yes, it's that heart I am talking about, which is a center of energy. It is the center of our emotions. When you make your meditation on the so-called psychical heart, of course you can concentrate on the material heart. But being outside and away of the material body, leaving the material body, sleeping on your bed, you carry with you that so-called psychical heart of yours, your heart, which is, I said, your sanctum, the holy of holies. In it you will worship God, life, everlasting life. So make that realization. You can have that heart, but before you must have a clean material heart, free from enmities, envies, hostility, and weaknesses. Yes, locate your attention and your concentration on the material heart, but not on that organ in your breast for the circulation of blood, but you are holy of holies. the center of your selfhood, even as a personality. So you have to clean there all desires, all emotions. Is that place, what we call our subconscious mind, our subconsciousness. And that, but not only that. When you concentrate in that heart, you concentrate on your selfhood. There you make your Holy of Holies. That's the church. You must not avoid going, entering. Every time you are in need to enter and worship God and receive what I call the self-realization and life. There in that heart you will find your selfhood, a God, a self who is reconstructing your personality as it is every day. In every 24 hours, you, as a personality, man or a woman, are entering in a phenomenal, not a real, non-beingness. You enter in a sleep without dreams, even for some minutes. Even if you are living partly conscious in the psychical plane, you have to pass through certain moments, minutes, in that state of non-beingness. Yet we wake up in the morning, and George is George, Mary is Mary. Who is reconstructing that personality of yours, that selfhood of yours? Again, just meditate on this. In every 24 hours, we have to pass once or more times through that state of non-existence as a personality. And again, that mysterious self of ours, our selfhood, is reconstructing our personality with all its vices, mistakes, desires, emotions, and thoughts, as it was before going to sleep. Even that present personality for your selfhood is sacred. And that personality of yours is supposed to receive the impressions and the lessons. So we must think seriously on this phenomenon of the reconstruction of your present day personality. By whom? It's that self, your selfhood, you have to find out. And that is your immortal, everlasting spirit, soul, self, which is you without knowing it. And for your sake, reconstructing your present sinful even personality, to assimilate it by purifying it to itself. Just meditate on this selfhood of yours, your soul, ego. Now put the question to yourself. I am feeling being in my material body. Who am I? What am I? By what right do I live in this material body? I know very little about it. Being entitled to live in it and call it mine. I repeat, knowing very little about my material body. An accident, a deep wound. Who is curing it? It will be cured, definitely. How many wounds until now on your body had been cured? Who is curing it? You, as a personality, broken bones. Are joining. Who is doing that? In your material body, in our material body. The same work is done not only in the gross material body, but in all your bodies, in your psychical body, in your nautical body, which we have by meditation to know and use it, be in it as our selfhood, our real self, and use it. Put the question now again. What am I as a selfhood? Who am I? Am I really George or Mary? Or that's a time and certain place shadow? Living shadow, though. But that living shadow is life or a phenomenon of life. What's the difference between a phenomenon of life, a human phenomenon of life, and life, the self, the spirit, ego being, the mortal God in us? No, which we are. Don't take the place of the shadow. It's not in you, it's you having in it all the phenomena. Put again the question, what am I? Who really am I? And can I develop, raise up this consciousness, which is its expression and not itself, to higher and higher and higher levels of self-realization? Unless I can do that, I cannot claim I am God. But we can do it, because we are gods. What are we as awareness, consciousness? What's the difference between consciousness and self-consciousness, which we have just to develop in our personality? Don't think that things are easy. Possible they are. Easy they are not. Why? Because we make them difficult. Not that they are really difficult, but concentrating our personality through the five senses, in the world around us, on matter, we make things difficult. So I have to disentangle ourselves from our interests in matter. Reject matter? No, because matter is also good. If it was not good, God would not create it. I said, disentangle, not throw things away. Free ourselves from the enchantment of matter. That makes things difficult. And I think that's what Buddhism is trying to teach, though not in the perfect way, as Christianity is doing. Who am I as life principle, as the selfhood, keeping this material body, I'm living it, alive, and am I the only entity keeping the material body alive? Personalities, knowledge or wisdom, keeping in good order the material body, who had created the organs. By concentrating seriously, you will know the truth. You will come in contact with the intelligences, the holy archangels of the elements, working in your bodies as your slaves, loving you. And what do you offer them? Nothing. What do they offer us? Everything. They are waiting. They are loving us. What's love now to them, for us? What is our love? Not to them. To the others, our fellow men. To love is holy. To hate is devilish. And we should not contaminate even our material heart with devilish poison, which at the end is killing us. Killing us first. Giving to the material body so many illnesses, not as a punishment, as the course of things for which we are responsible. Who are we living in the material body? And how do we use that material body? Higher intelligences have created and are keeping it in good order. And you hear the voice of Joshua the Christ saying, "Ye are gods and sons of the Almighty." Enough. I suggest that every day you should concentrate and meditate or pray. It's the same thing. Just to use the mind, the greatest gift of God to the human beings, to reach the self-realization and the knowledge about everything around us, undervaluing nothing but not overvaluing anything again. And you will value life, which is God. Yeah.